How's it going, everybody? This is Rob of Novakast back with another video. So, I think whenever Anit-Onision decides to go on a full-on Twitter war or rant about shit, I think I'm going to go ahead and make videos titled like this where he goes nuclear. Which pretty much that's all he does is when it comes to these particular topics. So, as we all know, Anit-Onision hates drugs. He absolutely hates drugs. He even hates prescription drugs. That makes people better. In fact, if you guys recall, he ended up shaming somebody online because of, well, drugs. So, let's go over all of his tweets as of, that has been screenshot for the time being, to go over a lot of the shit that he's been discussing on Twitter. Since he is a cowardly little pissant who hides behind, privating his Twitter as well as Patreon and other bullshit. You fucking pansy. I refuse to date people who use illegal drugs. Shrug. Illegal drug users are a walking, talking warning sign that says, I'm a criminal. I break laws that could put me in jail. Date me and I'll break every relationship rule too. Everyone who ever lied and cheated on me also used illegal drugs. Which, I think that was a reference to Billy. Which, you know what, that actually brings up an obvious question that I had way back when. Why the fuck did you have her on a fucking contract for being in a relationship, you fucking idiot? Probably in case she does something wrong, you can hold it against her till probably the day she dies. Oh, and that whole contract thing, you never withheld your end of the bargain to it, now did you? Fucking pissant. Do you think people who did illegal stuff in the past can change and be trusted again? Question mark. Well, yeah, stop doing illegal drugs and maybe. Problem is, most everything we like in life is addictive. Humans are weak. You're human too, pissant. Better to just dump and find someone who is not a druggie. Cold truth.
What an asshole!
Do you like Anit-Onision and have you smoked weed illegally? Question mark. Most of you belong in jail. Remember that before you at anyone else. It was like 2 years ago, was a stupid teen. I now only use CBD occasionally for anxiety. Good on you for using the more effective stuff, CBD. That doesn't come with an altered, dumbed down version of yourself. I smoked a bit before it was legalized. Now it's legal where I am, and I don't smoke it anymore. Wasn't sexy and dangerous anymore, huh? I don't get the illegal part, but I get the man says we shouldn't, so fuck the man part.
What? What the fuck?
I'm all about rebellion. Just do it legally. Quick question for you. What is justified as legally in your eyes? Because considering there are certain people that think that destroying buildings as well as physical violence is legal. So you tell me, what is legal in your eyes? You think people belong in jail for weed? Okay, Karen. I think people who know something is illegal, punishable with prison, that endangers lives through funding the criminal drug distribution network, who support it and commit crimes anyway, belong in jail. People smoke to get high. LMAO, not to be sexy and dangerous. LMAO. Pay attention, stoner. Google what is context. Context, the circumstance that formed the setting for an event, statement, or idea, and in terms of which it can be fully understood and assessed. The parts of something written or spoken that immediately proceed and follow a word or passage to clarify its meaning. Okay, this next one hits Onision hard. So all illegal immigrants belong in jail. They broke the law. We're talking about people who fund networks that endanger children, not parents trying to give their kids a better life / save them. Although not trying to go into the whole illegal immigration debate thing, he does make a fair comparison, though. I mean, if it comes to, like, let's say drugs itself, especially ones that have already been legalized, and this individual harassing people for, doing something that they are legally allowed to do, I guess overall the individual is trying to make the point that if something is legal and somebody does it, then that means that anybody who did something illegal automatically should go to jail. Which would be a fair comparison or fair statement. Which is basically what Onision is trying to make it out like. The reason weed is illegal is to benefit the timber industry and to increase racial tension, right? When you say people belong in jail for weed, you're saying that you agree that it should be illegal. You pretty much dodged the question by taking an easy route. Come on, man. That sounds like an explanation only someone whose brain is dumbed down by years of drug use would say.
You are made of stupid.
The real question is, do you think smoking weed should be illegal? Not, should doing a crime be illegal? All drugs should be legal for adults. Let them ruin their lives. It's their right. It's the actual fucking history, so... You're right! Democrats with the highest racial diversity fought to legalize weed to fuck with racial diversity. Hashtag stoners are... So you're morally inconsistent. If you think that saying that people who smoke weed belong in jail is hypocritical. Compares drug criminals to innocent immigrants is a fucking dipshit stoner. I tried marijuana in Colorado when I turned 21. It was not a good experience and I haven't touched it since. I hear that a lot. And this is coming from the guy that's a shut-in NEET that bitches and moans about how other people deal with their lives. And pretends and makes up stories about how he gets his 1 centimeter chode wet. I used to say it was 2 inches, but people were saying I was being over generous. Uses drugs illegally, funding a network that endangers children. In quotes. Oh my god, did you hear about that YouTuber who did nothing illegal but we're all freaking out about for no reason, like we're all better than him?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
The reason weed was made illegal in the US was because of fear of Mexican immigrants, no actual backing of the drug being harmful, and the only reason it funds drug distribution, in quotes, is because it's made illegal in the first place. Has there been weed overdoses? Question mark. If that were true, all drugs would be legal. Don't smoke pot, guys. You'll get dunked on by Onion Boy. Personally, it's helped with my GAD and ADHD, but I've personally known a lot of people who had crappy experiences with it. Thankfully, CBD is getting super popular for people with anxiety or who need pain management but don't like the feeling of THC. It's not just an alternative, it's the only choice for non-stoners. There's losers who just like getting high, weed, and there's people who actually just want to heal, CBD. Oh my god, I love the response for this one, and Onision obviously can't take it. So you can't give constructive criticism. Onision should get off Twitter with his gigantic ego. He's a loser that can't take criticism. Absolutely absurd. Hypocritically proclaims constructive criticism while using the least constructive criticism possible. You people are all the same. No, I think this individual is pointing out that you're practically a cuck, and you want to, complain about other people, but you can't look at yourself and see all the issues. I should probably talk to a therapist about having prejudice against people who use illegal drugs, considering my phobia of them is probably abnormally unhealthy. Shrugs.
What the fuck?
Nothing wrong with a bit of weed, dude. Yeah, you guys won't shut the fuck up about it. Must be harmless and not at all a massive insecurity that you're in denial about. Reply to this with the most annoying and cliche thing stoners say about pot. I'll start. It's not addictive, bro. Hey, bro, did you see my weed poster? And my weed shirt? And my weed comforter? And my weed hat? And my weed socks? And my weed wallet, which is empty because I spent all my money on weed? Huh? Fucking idiots. Since bringing up marijuana, we got a bunch of druggies trying to convince me their lifestyle isn't bad. Like literally every addict in denial ever. Y'all ain't special. Just admit who the fuck you are, what you're doing, and get over it. Stoners equals other addictions.
You lie! You lie! You're lying! Liar! Lies! The filthy earth boy lies! He lies! Lies! I was lying! You're lying! You're lying! Lies! Lies! When will the lies end? Lies!
Not exactly a big fan of you, but I hate weed. It's basically a gateway drug to the harder stuff. I've watched it destroy my family. It's something you'd never want to experience. I'm not gonna shit on people who smoke it though, just as long as it don't affect me. Yes, everyone, use your drugs. Just do it far, far away from me or anyone who could be negatively influenced by it. Oh yeah, I forgot you're not a weed fan. I like it for stress. I like it for soreness. I like it for anxiety. I like it for sex. It's not something I plan on keeping up after college, but for now, it sure beats going to the bar. Disgusting! My standards aren't that high. Just don't be a piece of shit. Alright, so if I can give final words for this particular thing, one of the biggest issues, especially when it comes to Onision, is the fact that overall, you have an individual who can't look at the implications of how, and I don't smoke marijuana, but at this point I'm just like, you do you. If you have any issues that cause, or let's say physical, that the doctor has, let's say, given you a prescription for marijuana for, then you know what? I'm not going to judge you. You have your reasons for smoking it, so that's fine. I'm not going to try to shame you for doing something that, honestly, a doctor has already prescribed you to do. And especially with people who do it recreationally, I would say as long as it's within the legal terms. I mean, honestly, again, you do you, I don't care. As long as you do it in a safe way that doesn't cause you to pursue, more or at least more harmful drugs. But Onision, that he doesn't consider that, anything involving, let's say, marijuana, and that's not just marijuana, like alcohol, everything else. He doesn't consider it legal. He doesn't do it, so everything else is legal in his eyes. And that's the biggest thing. And let's say if we were to just go by addiction alone, then that means his addiction for sex, him constantly talking about it, him constantly making videos about the act, should be a problem as well, is it not? But, that's Onision for you. I'm going to point the stick at you, but you can't point the stick back. So, all in all, thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. Sorry for the video, being out so late. And I want to thank everybody who's been very supportive with the channel as of, so far. Special thanks to everybody on Twitter who's been posting these quote-unquote screenshots, or sorry, not quote-unquote, these screenshots from Onision's crappy Twitter that's been now privated because he's a little pissant who can't take criticism. So all in all, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have anything to say or add, leave in the comments down below. If you guys want to watch me play video games, like the game that's in the background of this video right now, please click on the links at the end of the video for a couple of the playlists of the games that I have been playing or have already played. With that being said, this is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care. And hashtag Onision, go fuck yourself.